What's up, my beautiful people? Exile451 here with yet another daily dose of Reddit Happy. Going back to r/self-improvement today, so let's get to it. Our first post is from user Gotta Change For Us. Okay, I am actually depression-free and have been through lots of different meds, undiagnosed narcolepsy, and therapy. Ask me anything? I saw the post where OP found out they are depression-free. I'm hoping the situation is that OP has known and just got the confirmation at his/her/their most recent appointment. Who knows? It was good advice nonetheless. Anyway, a commenter mentioned OP didn't talk about meds or therapy or anything. If you want to talk about those things, I'm your gal. I've been through a lot, guys. Holy crap, I've been through a lot. 6 years of undiagnosed narcolepsy, addiction, 2 degrees, 3 careers, self-loathing, realizing I grew up in a narcissistic family. I have processed and healed so much this past year. I started my emotional healing in the fall and have learned it's all about radical self-acceptance. That stuff changed my life. I thought I had a pretty regular family before all this. No. I was 33 when I realized that my mom's father is a narcissist and he has screwed up the entire family. The reason I didn't realize this much sooner is quite a long story. The main message is, before you decide you have depression or anxiety, make sure the cause isn't just crappy, toxic people that either raised you, were in your life, or are still in your life. They told you a lot of lies and made you believe a lot of things that are not your truth. You get to decide your truth. I cannot discount the narcolepsy medication that gave me my physical energy back or the antidepressants I still take. I couldn't have done it without those. But the self-care, therapy, and mental/emotional processing/work made me whole. I have a story of hope and resilience. I can't count the number of times I wanted to go to sleep and never wake up, or the number of times I thought about actively taking my own life. Now, I look forward to each new day and what it will bring for me. I have a renewed sense of purpose and find joy in hobbies that I haven't cared about for 7 years. I truly love myself unconditionally and completely. This has allowed me to love my life, wake up with a mostly positive mindset, and be present and grateful. I didn't think I would ever get here, but I did, and you can too. Well, OP, your story is very unique, and at the same time, I still feel like it's part of just a running trend I've been seeing where people are finally realizing that they don't have to stay stuck in depression, anxiety, and every other mental issue. It is obvious that you went through very unique and specific challenges and circumstances growing up and maturing to where you are now, but the fact that you took initiative on your own to fix yourself speaks a lot about what it is that you want out of your life. Yeah, these things can suck to deal with. They are by no means easy, but like you said, working on these things changed your life, and look where you're at now. Your story is just the latest example that can give people hope that there is a brighter tomorrow, that there is a path forward, that they don't have to stay stuck here. Thank you so much for sharing your story, and wherever you're at, I really do wish you the best. Our next post is from user PhoenixRising11_8. But first, if you're enjoying the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you can get more of your daily dose of Reddit Happy. The more successful you become, the more criticism you'll receive. Purely because the amount of eyes on your work will increase. I'm not necessarily saying that no one who criticizes you doesn't have a valid constructive criticism. You should weed through the bullcrap to find the nuggets of wisdom to learn from. Not to mention, most things are also pretty subjective. Not everyone who dislikes you is wrong. But there's no doubt that the further up you go, the more bitter jerks will be there insisting that you don't deserve it. I never really understood the phrase fear of success because it didn't seem reasonable to me. Now, I'm entering a huge writing competition and I'm seeing how beautiful the writing of past winners is and how much vitriol they receive online. It made me want to hide in a cave, thinking of winning and subjecting myself to that kind of hatred. But then I think of all the people I look up to. They're people who say things that are influential. They move society forward. They take risks with their work. They don't do things by the book. They go outside the lines. And frick, it sure as heck worked out for them, despite getting unbelievable amounts of hate from naysayers. You have to be pretty milquetoast not to have any people look at what you're doing and say, ew, I hate it. Is that what you want to be? Milquetoast? You're going to get hate. That's part of it. I'm picturing winning in my mind. Yes, it probably means people will tell me I don't deserve it and I shouldn't ever work again. But I'm becoming okay with that. Because the further you go, the more people out there will hate. Try for the win. Don't be scared. Or be scared, but do it anyways. Well, short and succinct, but highly poignant and relevant. I'll be honest with you, OP, that's one thing I've kind of feared about doing this YouTube channel, is that if it ever gets big enough, it's just going to get hate about not covering the right subs, or how I'm not as good as some of the other big names out there, or just anything else. And really the thing is, I set out to do this not necessarily because I wanted to be one of those big names, but because I just wanted to do something to bring more positivity to the world. I'm under no illusions that I'm going to make massive changes, but even just in some little way, if I can do something, then I feel better with myself. I know exactly what you're talking about with that fear of success. I've often wondered, when is it going to start happening? At what sub threshold? At what view threshold am I going to start getting the people hating on each video that go through every single one and put a dislike just because they're that petty and bitter? But the truth of the matter is, like you said, you just got to do it anyway. If you let that fear of people hating on you hold you back, you're never going to see the success that you deserve or want. So this one really kind of speaks to me in a lot of ways, but I'm definitely sure that it's highly relevant to other people out there. Thank you so much for sharing this, and wherever you're at, I really do wish you the best. And if you're watching, please comment. Let people know how you did in the writing contest if it's happened at this point. Our next post is from user Peg-Legged Pigeon. Let me save you precious time from reading self-help books, articles, etc., for you to hear what's going to actually change your life. I know this isn't a peak time for people to read this post, but maybe a lucky few will be able to catch this. As long as you do, you can trust you'll be set for life. I was like some of you, completely screwed. In some existential crisis, asking myself, what does it all mean? And I went extremely down the rabbit hole. Finding my passion, figuring out how to make it happen, figuring out what does matter in life. If you guys still don't know how to find your passion or what it is, then I recommend you do some deep soul searching and find it before you read the rest of this. However, even with passion, things don't become magically easier. A lot of mainstream advice likes to preach that if you find your passion, work won't feel like work. That's the biggest freaking lie I ever heard in my life. The truth is, we're all human. We're not programmed to want to do the same routine every single day in and day out. That's freaking insane. Of course, there's going to be days we want to just stay in and watch Ozarks or Game of Thrones, or to dive deep into a history book or psychology book, for example. And that's okay. I've read countless books on discipline, willpower, etc., psycho-cybernetics, Eat the Frog, The Power of Habit, The Willpower Instinct, and more. You know what I learned from all those books? Absolutely nothing. Sure, those are a great outline to get your crap together, but the best way to get your crap together? Get your crap together. Realize the life you want, step by step. Where you want to live, what job you want to have, what lifestyle you want to have, how much money you want to make. All of this. There will be days you don't want to make it happen. You'd rather sit in your basement, screw off, eat a pizza, and play Call of Duty. You have to bite the bullet no matter how painful it is. This literally is the only way. There is no magic word, phrase, or freaking sentence that's going to magically make your crap together. Believe me, I'd know by now. Life can be unpredictable, but a lot of the lifestyle you create is like a scientific formula. If you study, you get A's and B's. A's and B's equal grad school equals good job. Healthy diet and exercise equals sexy body. Go out and be social equals lots of potential friends. It's not a freaking mystery. Go and make it happen regardless of how you feel. You let your emotions run you, you will lose this game. Go be a freaking winner. Well, OP, I have to admit, it's nice to see a positive post from you, because the last time I shared one of your posts here, you'd just gone through a pretty rough breakup, and from our private messaging, you weren't really feeling the best, but it's good to see that you're doing better at this point. You know, someone once kind of explained life to me in that you could read a book on how to swim. You could watch Olympic athletes, you could study technique, you could do all these different things to mentally prepare yourself to try and get in the water. But until you actually try and do it, all that knowledge isn't going to do anything for you. You have to get in the water and you have to learn how to swim. It's the same principle here. You can read all these psychology and self-help books and try and digest all this stuff mentally, but unless you're willing to apply it, unless you're willing to train yourself mentally on how to incorporate it into your life, it's never going to change. You're never going to see any progress. You're absolutely right. You can read everything you want. Until you actually try and get your craft together, nothing's going to change. And that's one thing I think a lot of people need to remember. So thank you so much for sharing the post, and wherever you're at right now, I do wish you the best. That was r/self-improvement, and if you're looking for more posts of what people are doing to improve their lives for the better, then go ahead and check out the playlist link in the description below. Now you guys go out there, have a great day. I will see you all tomorrow. Until then, I'm Exile451. Stay beautiful, people.